What is going on, guys? This is your boy Major Smokey with a brand new Clash of Clans video, and I'm really pumped up about this week because we have the CWL week 1 and we played against a Knights Templar, a really appreciated clan with some good quality players, and I have seen some nice approaches from them, so shout out to you guys. And we played in the breakdown with 4 Town Hall 11s, 12 Town Hall 10s, and 14 Town Hall 9s. And it was a pretty exciting match. From the beginning, the start from the Town Hall 9s, they are pretty OP. They really smashed the war. And I think we have all 9s cleared around 8 hour mark. So we have plenty of time to go with the Town Hall 10s on the Town Hall 11s. That was a little bit harder, and this is the first attack I want to show you guys. On the right side he deploys some archers and minions to get some percentage that he needed for a 2-star, and on the left side he will start with a queen walk and a rage to get the defenses in the second line of the base. The queen will step forward and will go through to 12 o'clock of this base, and when she arrives on the top side of this base he will deploy a golem and some bowlers to create a little funnel on the top right side, and he will break in on the top left side, and then it's time for the main army, the kill squad, some Valkyries with some bowlers. They will go straight to the middle, to the core of the base on a jump spell, and under a rage spell they will walk all way straight to. But first they need to deal with that enemy CC and that enemy archer queen that are lying in the way of that center town hall, but that will be no problem. 2 rage spells deployed, and the iron fist of that king, that queen will step up, and I think it will end around 53%. A 2-star, a pretty good strong approach from a Town Hall 10 on a Town Hall 11, and a nice result, a 2-star. That will bring us to the next attack, attack from my own. I will start with a golem, following up with some bowlers and a wizard, a rage spell, and some wall breakers to break in that bottom side compartment, and that will be the start for the funnel that I needed for later on in this raid. We will switch to the right side of the base and we do exactly the same. A Tesla popping up, but that will be no problem. The wall breakers will go and we will break in that right compartment. We will take everything out, and then we have the nice white funnel that we needed for the main army, the kill squad in the middle. And in the meanwhile I will give a quick shout out to my men Stan and Maestro from my buddies, the Dutch Force, a Dutch clan that also played their first match in the CWL and won, so congrats guys. In the meanwhile I deployed a golem with some bowlers. The king, queen, and a jump spell. They will hop in to the middle. I deploy a heal spell because that incoming damage from that eagle artillery is really high. 2 poison spells on that enemy clan castle troops, and the queen will step in and will snipe that town hall in the middle, and we are on 47 percentage on this moment. And on the back we have a baby drag and some giants for the top side. Behind the giants we have some wizard and archers to get that a much percentage as we can get for the 2-star, and if I'm good it will be the last percentage, 58 percentage on that Town Hall 11. So that gives us a good war advantage to dip some Town Hall 10s. And we will go to the next attack. Shout out to Boss Ladies, doing an amazing job in Onehive Invicta and even get a really good performance in this war. She will start on the left side and on the bottom side with some witches and some bowlers, and she will funnel all the troops to that core side, to that jump spell, and it's absolutely key that she get her heroes in the middle of the base. There comes that enemy CC, she will deploy the poison spells on it. So far so good, she doing an amazing job with that rage spell and that second jump spell, and that will let all the troops to that core side of the base. Some witches on the outside, on that left side, they will work on that archer tower and that Tesla, and a strong push from that core army, and they will wipe out that whole left side. The bowlers will work on some walls, and the queen, she decides I can get that cannon and that double cannon over there. A pretty strong push in the middle of the base, and now it's only time to clean up each defense building one at a time, and that can take a while, but you have more than enough time in this kind of raids, because the start of this attack is pretty fast. So she's still standing on that queen ability, and the skeletons and the troops will join up with each other, and that will be this for this base. She really smashed this base. I will get that a little bit faster forward, because it's a really slow attack on the end and in the middle part. But she get it. 3 stars on the tunnel, 10. Amazing job. Thank you, boss lady, and that will get us to the next attack. Also a town hall 10 on the town hall 10 with some witches and some bowlers. This time he will start with a queen walk. She will walk to the bottom and she will funnel that whole side. On the left top side he will deploy a golem with some witches and a few bowlers to funnel the top side, and all the troops are going to that high hit point building. That is that town hall. And what's ideal in this base is that there is a Tesla popping up. So also the golem will go straight to the core of the base. And the only thing that you really need to be aware of is to deploy the spells on time. A rage spell and a heal spell, a jump spell, to make sure all the troops will go straight to the core of the base. Then it's time for the final rage spell. And as you see, the whole middle compartments are wiped out by that bowlers. That queen is still walking on the bottom side of the base. She will walk the whole way straight to the right side of the base. She will survive the whole raid. And as you can see, there are not that many defenses that can really harm that queen. She will walk straight to that whiz tower, take out the trash buildings, and yeah, this base is done. 3 stars in the back with some witches and some bowlers. A pretty strong queen walk, and smart deploying of that queen, because the whole way you have seen that she is not being shot at 2 defenses at a time. So if the healers are the whole way up, you have really nothing to be worried about. And that will bring us to the next attack. That will be a Town Hall 9 on a Town Hall 9. But first of all, let me give a quick shout out to all the Town Hall 9s of Onehive Invicta. They cleared all the 9s by the 8-hour mark of this war. That was pretty amazing for the Town Hall 10s. We have really much time with some good scouts to work on those 10s. So shout out to teamwork over there. This base will be approached by a golem and the heroes. They will walk straight to that enemy queen, that lure out the clan castle, and when the queen steps up, he will deploy 2 poison spells and use that Iron Fist ability from that king that give the queen the time that she needed to take out that enemy dragon, and then it's time to deploy the Hawk Riders. He will start on the left side to get out at the mortar to get a little bit better funnel for the top left side. He will deploy all his hawks to the side of that enemy king. There will pop up some Teslas, but under a heal spell that will be absolutely no problem for those hawks. They will go straight to the middle of the base. He deploys a golem to distract those whiz towers and that X-bow that is standing over there. Now it's time to deploy the second heal spell to get all hawks straight back on health on the center of that base. He will deploy a poison spell to slow down that enemy king, and that will be now. The hawks will split back to the left side to that cannons. Nice heal spell to keep them up, and that will be the end of this raid. On the right side of the place, he deploy some Valkyries to get all the high hit point buildings that are standing there. So give Go some love for this attack, and congratulations man with your promotion to Onehive 2.0. And that will bring us to the next attack, also a Town Hall 9 from Daisy Boo, a pretty insane Queen Walk with a double layer break-in. She will start on the right side of the base with the healers on that Queen. That baby drag that will help a little bit for that funnel for that queen. She will step up to that gold storage. And what can I tell you guys? Daisy Boo get a pretty good war. She get a 6-pack pretty early in the war, so good job. And that queen will shoot all those high hit point buildings. On the left bottom side he will deploy a hog rider to lure out that enemy CC, and the queen will fight them up with a rage spell under a poison spell. She will step up to that compartment of that enemy queen. Pretty clean kill over there, and then it's time to deploy the king. He will help with some funneling on the top side of the base. Test wall breaker and some wall breakers to break in and to get in that compartment. A little Tesla farm is popping up, but under the ability from that king and that queen stepping up, that will be no problem. And here you see some magic going on, because he deploys the loon to distract that air mine to protect his healers. Pretty smart deploying of that loon. The queen will step in to that middle compartment, and then it's time to deploy some air troops, a lava hound and some loons. And unfortunately he will lose his queen at this time, because he forgot to use that queen ability. But the problem is there was so much going on at the same time. On the left side of the base there was a Tesla popping up and kill some troops, and the loons are coming in the middle of the base and take out those air defenses. Great petting now through the final compartments. He is still standing on one haze spell. He will deploy that now to get that whiz tower out of the way, and only two defenses left, one defense left, that archer tower on the back side of this base. And he will deploy some hawks to help with that cleanup on that high percentage buildings, the town hall. But really smash this base with this queen walk. Shout out to Daisy Boo, great war, thank you for the 6-pack. And that will bring us to the next attack, the final attack of this recap against Knights Templar. Amazing war from our side, and a great win from the team. Clutch 3.0 is beginning on the left side of the base with a queen walk, and this attack was really one of my favorites in this war. A nice approach with that queen, and the wall breakers, they will break in that compartment. The baby drag will help with some funnel on the bottom side of the base, and the queen will step up in the core of the base with deploying a poison spell for that enemy CC. And I really like the patience that he have in this approach from this queen walk. He didn't freak out when he is not luring that whole enemy CC, so he still have a poison spell, his second poison spell deploying on the king and the baby drag, and he uses that queen ability, but that's all good. Um, Everything that he was looking for has been reached over there. On the top side of the base, he will deploy King to distract those Tesla farm, and all the Hawks can step in. He will use a heal spell to cover up all those incoming Hawks to the core of the base. That Queen will take out that bottom X-bow, and the Hawks will step up. Second heal spell deployed on that main group of Hawks in the center of this base. A really dominating raid from Clutch here. Still having one heal spell left for that final defense buildings that are standing on the bottom side of this base. This base is done and Clutch smashed this base. So guys, that was it what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this recap. If you do, hit that subscribe button and give me some comments. And hopefully we will see you next time. Smoke is out!